On this stage right now, you have an opportunity to speak truth to power. What truth do you want those who are there in power right now, who are leading our country, to hear?
Hi there, welcome back to Discussion with Unati. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for stepping by. If this is the first time you are here, welcome so much. And if this is the second time or you're the regular of this channel, thank you so much for keeping with me. And to my recent subscribers, I'd like to shout out a huge thank you. Thank you so much. And now let's come into answering today's question. The sad reality is that South Africa is having a huge misuse of power right now. Well, this has been happening for a bit of a while, yes. And that problem is corruption. That misuse of power is corruption. And corruption can simply be defined as an abuse of entrusted power for personal gains or private gains. So that is the problem with having. And this is to also say corruption is betrayal. This is also to say corruption is a waste of power. And this is also to say a power without character is a car without a steering wheel. We are just never gonna get anywhere. So to my leaders across the country, wherever you are, in whatever ministry you are, in whatever department you are, please, let's change our attitude about power. Let's stop viewing power as something that is there to gain us something, but an honor at which we need to give it back to citizens by simply being responsible. Fair enough. Thank you. Guys, let's really dive into this corruption problem in this country. According to Transparency International's 2022 Corruption Perception Index, South Africa was actually ranked at number 43, and the ranking started from zero being the highest level of being corrupt. And to be quite honest, it was quite a surprise to me, but okay, we're 43. Because then we're not that bad, But honestly, it was also a mind-opening surprise, that, okay, this corruption thing really is a global problem for a country which I assume is probably the worst country with corruption being that low, So that is reality, yeah. But it was also eye-opening, as I said, yeah, that okay, corruption really is a global problem. Yeah, people are abusing power. And, this also kind of puts a bad eye to democracy, because right now people kind of feel like, oh my God, I wish, things were like back in the days, because then back in the days, there's not this bad corruption, Now people are abusing the system, the economic system. So it really is bad. It's having a negative influence to people who aspire to be tomorrow's leaders, So yeah. Yeah. So another thing is, according to News 24 of South Africa, I think about 2 years ago, they reported that South Africa has wasted 1.5 trillion between the year of 2014 and 2019, in the 5-year gap of the year 2014 and 2019. I mean, what a waste of public funds. And all that money was wasted to corruption. 1.5 trillion, guys. So like really it's a shock. It really is a shock. And all that corruption, unfortunately, what it has done is that it has affected the economy badly. I mean, obviously the worst bad effect of corruption is that it affects economy, and whenever economy is affected, that means the lives of the South Africans or the citizens, wherever the corruption occurs anyways, is affected. The standard of living and all that is affected. So it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. I mean, look at the situation right now in South Africa. We've got a high inflation in petrol, food prices, the electricity bill, the rent, everything, and all that. And this means that we cannot contribute, have a significant contribute in creativity and development of a country when, with the little amount of money we're earning, money we're getting paid, or whatever money we are getting paid, perhaps 90% of it has to ensure that, okay, these standard basic things are covered. There isn't enough for improvement, progress, leisure, or really getting to attribute culture or whatever. It's really sickening. That is just how bad the corruption is in this country. Yeah. So this is to say, I hope people who are looking at power in such a terrible way that okay, so again, but really guys, need to be honest, there is a huge problem when people like they aspire to be in the public sector for the sake of being able to tap in this culture of corruption. They are, and I've had a couple of friends at some point who said, if ever I would be in the police industry, oh my gosh, imagine the amounts of bribes I would actually, indulge in. They actually said that some of my friends, accept so many bribes. So already there is this tradition and culture and in the mentality of people. So the people who are leading the country are already setting a bad example to our people aspiring to lead the country. And that is the massive problem we're having now. So while we may not have the power to control people from being corrupt, let's remember that our attitude needs to change and that we need to be a better example for the upcoming generation of young South Africans who aspire to be leaders tomorrow. Yeah. So with that, guys, being said, please take a look at what the finalist or the top 5 finalists who was asked this question had to say about power is. And please remember, guys, that it's never too late, to just change. Maybe your own father is a massive corrupt minister. Okay, I'm joking, but really, guys, we do have this problem in our country, and power is such a beautiful thing. And if ever you've been blessed or honored to, entrusted to, or like by the citizens with power and everything. So just be honest and be a good example and just do what is right and do what is fair,
Suicide is the second leading cause of death amongst teenagers. Mental health is such an important thing that we need to focus more on. A mentally healthy society is a loving and caring society, and I need our leaders to care a little more. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Louvain Mayor!
Check out the other videos and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And once again, thank you guys for taking time and listening to this small piece of content and discussion. Up until next time, take care. Bye.